Now at 6, new educational opportunities come to Pitt State in the form of 2 new degree programs focused on supply chains. Plus, Neosho officials put disaster funding to good use to address the city's flooding problems. And
a program at Crowder College hopes to encourage the next generation of great writers. I'm Samantha Walker, and I'll have that story coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Pittsburgh State University launches 2 new degree programs focused on supply chains. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. Getting raw material from one point to another is a specialized set of knowledge, and KOAM's Ty Parks shows us how these programs will help prepare students for high-demand careers in global logistics.
State University is unveiling 2 new degree programs centered on supply chains and industrial demands.
Supply chain, it's always been a critical part of of how we move goods and services across this country and across the world. And it's been part of our education in the Kels College of Business. Now we've just organized it and have added a few things. But getting a product from its inception, from the raw materials to us as final consumers, is a critical element, and it's complex and it's interesting and it's fun. It's a big part of what moves this country.
The supply chain side will focus on the management side with an understanding of the geopolitics that affect the supply chain. It is that global viewpoint that sets this degree apart from other business degrees.
It's specialization. Students become they become aware of the issues and the problems, so they're ready to hit the ground running and take a further leap, get where they want to go faster by specializing in an area such as supply chain or marketing or any other program.
Both degree paths are looking for the same type of student.
So we're looking for students who are problem solvers. We're looking for students who are critical thinkers. Really, we're looking for students who, when everyone else is just seeing a bunch of dots, they see lines between those dots. That's really what they're looking at. They're looking at making connections. They're looking at solving problems.
In Pittsburgh, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
The technology side focuses on modes of transportation and automation, from AI to robotics. Now, enrollment is open for both degree plans now. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us now with a first look at weather.
Well, it turned out to be a pretty good Monday for us today, but we got more thunderstorms rolling in. This is going to move in by morning, so most of tonight is going to be dry. But with those storms, heavy amounts of rain, showers sticking around Wednesday, and then mainly 70s all week long. Of course, fall officially began a few hours ago, so it's going to kind of feel like it. Pretty much clear skies, but look at the clouds increasing out to the west. Here's our upper level wave. It's going to head toward us this evening. Overall pretty good. Look at the storms. So here's 4:30 in the morning. Some of these storms could be a little bit stronger, possibly low grade severe. Driving in, here's 7:30 in the morning, Kansas and Oklahoma. Really getting into southwest Missouri by, let's say 8, 9 a.m. And then periods of showers and thunderstorms sticking around throughout the day. We're going to break this down for you here in a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. Neosho secures nearly $2 million in state disaster mitigation funding to tackle flooding problems. The city is one of 15 Missouri communities receiving grants totaling more than $16 million from the state's Community Development Block Grant Program. The funding stems from recovery efforts following the 2017 presidentially declared disaster storms that impacted the region. Neosho's grant will build new retention ponds aimed at easing floodwaters that have damaged neighborhoods and businesses in the past.
These ponds will help reduce the flooding along one of our main business areas, the Neosho Boulevard, along with some other projects that we're working on the other end of that floodplain.
The city is currently in the early stages of planning and hopes to have the project complete by July of 2026. Authorities in Galena, Kansas offer an update to a landfill story we brought you about a year ago. Last year, several people in Galena complained about a bad smell coming from a landfill in the area. The KDHE and the EPA investigated the source of the smell and ways to reduce it. Authorities say as a result of the investigation, lime was added to the landfill to mitigate the smell, and that addition has proved successful. The plan now is to monitor any reduction in detectable odor and to resume layering the area with lime treatment. when the odor becomes noticeable. Authorities also say even when the odor is noticeable, they have yet to detect any harmful levels. The Joplin Health Department looks to make the community a little bit healthier at 104 beats per minute. The department is offering CPR classes for the public through December. These 3 CPR classes will be held each month for people of all skill levels. In addition to hands-on CPR, the department will also offer training in the use of an automated defibrillator. For more information, including schedule and how to register, just head over to our website at koamnewsnow.com. Well, the deadline to register for a program inspiring great writers is fast approaching. Crowder College's Young Authors Conference and Book Writing Contest hopes to encourage students in 2nd through 4th grade to unleash their creativity. Organizers send curriculum ideas to participating classrooms, asking them to have their students write and illustrate an original story. In May, every student participating in the program is invited to the Young Authors Conference, where they can meet local authors and learn how to improve.
Students write better and are more excited about writing when they have an audience, when they know somebody is going to look at their writing, read their writing, be excited and celebrate their writing. So by hosting a competition and a conference, we're providing that audience for young writers, and we're hoping to inspire them.
For those interested in participating in the Young Authors Conference and Book Writing Contest, organizers ask you to register your students no later than this Friday. We have how to sign up on our website, koamnewsnow.com. Well, the Gorillas look to turn their young season around with a big win over Fort Hays State over the weekend. Coming up, Ben McLeish takes a closer look at how PSU pulled off the victory. But up first, images on the internet can have a powerful impact on young minds. We've got some expert advice on dealing with the positive and the negative. Kids can be exposed to a lot of things on social media, from videos to memes, and the images can be both positive and negative. Chris Bryant spoke with school counselors in Southwest Missouri on the signs to look for if kids are struggling with things they've seen online.
Students are exposed to so many things. I mean, both on social media and maybe just out in the world or at home or at school. You never know. But I think the biggest thing to look for are changes.
Signs kids are negatively affected by social media include emotional changes like withdrawal, excessive worrying, and irritability, and behavioral changes such as isolation from family and friends.
There's so much content out there, and it's hard to decipher what's real and what's not. And with AI, things become even more convoluted and hard to interpret.
Other indicators are a lowered self-esteem, self-deprecating comments, and anxiety, as well as neglecting responsibilities and showing a lack of enthusiasm for real-life activities.
So I think it's so important as an educator to know your students and build that rapport, or else you're not going to know that this is different than their norm.
Teachers and counselors see children during the school day and may be some of the first to notice a change.
If a teacher or staff member is reaching out to a parent, they are really just trying to be a teammate. And so just trying to problem solve for resources and get the child the help that they may or may not need.
If your child is asking questions, experts say be curious, not judgmental.
I think it's great. It's great to, show, listen with unconditional positive regard. And I think that's really what it is. You're letting them lead and you're listening and providing a safe space for a student to really communicate openly without the fear of rejection.
While Missouri and Oklahoma both lack comprehensive laws regulating youth and social media, Kansas does have laws against cyberbullying and age verification for potentially harmful content. Now, Arkansas recently passed a law aimed at providing privacy protections for those under 17. The new law takes effect on July 1st of 2026. A little later, a lot of memorable matchups hit the field on Friday night, but there was only one performance of the week. Ben has more on the standout running back who won the votes.
And we got some thunderstorms rolling in for your Tuesday. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, of course, a drier day for us today after scattered strong to severe thunderstorms Saturday evening and then again yesterday. Not everybody's had rain, but We've had anywhere from not a drop across the viewing area upwards of 10 inches. Just depends on where you live. Benton County, spots of Benton County got about 10 inches of rain Saturday night into Sunday morning. At the airport in Joplin, 1.5 for the month. We're about 2.5 to 3 inches behind, so we could use a little bit of rain, but due to the rain that we have had, especially the areas that picked up quite a bit, we're going to get more heavy rain late tonight into tomorrow and Wednesday, so a flash flood watch is out for some of these showers and thunderstorms. Also, there's a sneaky severe threat for us tomorrow. Extreme southeastern Kansas, northeast Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri. And there is a low tornado threat, so we do want to watch that as we get into Tuesday afternoon. Nothing going on now, but we're watching our upper level wave, central western Kansas, which is going to plow toward us later on tonight. But the radar right now looks fine, nice and clear across the region, but things will change. Let's go through time. Let's take a look. Pretty quiet tonight. Here's 3 o'clock in the morning. At this point in time, thunderstorms kind of building out toward Wichita, driving east. Some of these storms, this is very early morning. Here's 6 in the morning, getting into our western counties, could be strong to low grade severe. So we're talking about winds 40 upwards to 60 miles per hour and maybe quarter size hail. Driving east through the morning, so very wet start. Here's 10 p.m. getting in southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas, then this batch pushes out. Here's where it gets interesting. If we can get some dryness, a little bit of sunshine, the atmosphere will destabilize, then these thunderstorms will develop. There is kind of, again, a sneaky low tornado threat with some of these storms that get going southeast Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma, and a hail threat as well. So we want to watch this kind of 4 p.m. to about 8 p.m. Tuesday evening. Thunderstorms drive through. We start to dry out a little bit late evening. And then heading into Wednesday, we're on the backside of this wave. So a lot of clouds, showery as we go through the day. Maybe a rumble of thunder, but mainly showers as we go through Wednesday. All right, how much rain can we get? We just got to see where those heavier bands set up. This gives you an idea that 1/2 inch to 1 inch, isolated 2-3 inch amounts, very possible as we go through the next 36 hours. Thunderstorm chances increase as we go through the day. For us on Tuesday, day planner 71 to start, 75 by noon. High temp 77 degrees. Looks good right now. Great shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam through the evening, 80s, 70s. So dropping off, and then mid 80s still across the region. So it feels pretty good outside. All right, so what's causing our thunderstorm chances? This upper level wave. Once this passes by, we dry out for several days, and we actually see pretty good weather. 77 tomorrow, 75 Wednesday, 77 Thursday. Nice and dry heading into the weekend. 80s return, but today, officially a few hours ago, fall began. And we get kind of fallish next few days.
And there are no complaints from me. I'm ready for fall.
There you go.
Yes. Well, don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The KOAM Skywatch weather app. Still ahead, the vote is in for our Friday night performance of the week winner. Plus, we take a second look at Pitt State's big win over Fort Hays State. Ben McLeish has those stories and more up next.
Pitt State football is back to 500 after its 13-16 win over Fort Hays State Saturday. KOAM Sports Director Ryan Blank has the recap of the Gorillas' big win.
The Pitt State Gorillas have won back-to-back games after a thrilling comeback victory over Fort Hays State on Saturday. Let's relive some of the game's big moments and takeaways. With around 9 minutes left, the Gorillas trailed 16-10 until Jackson Berry loaded up the deep ball and connected with Grayson Holbert for a go-ahead 78-yard touchdown, taking advantage of what the Tigers' defense was giving them.
They'd been giving us some stuff all game, and we just hadn't been able to capitalize. And, the offensive line had great protection right there, and JB threw a perfect ball. Grayson ran a great route, and, we were able to take advantage of it at that time.
I'm not looking for the ball. I'm just doing my job and let the ball find me, and I know he's going to put it where it needs to be.
But it didn't stop with the Holbert touchdown. The Pitt State defense forced 2 of their 3 turnovers on the day in the final 8 minutes of play.
I'm super proud of our guys on defense. They made some adjustments at halftime. We challenged them a little bit at halftime, and anytime you can can hold a team to 3 points in the second half. No matter what you're doing, that's a good half. Fuchs' interception was just phenomenal, the way he went up and got that thing, and then I believe we got a fumble recovery by James there at the end as well. So if you can take the ball away from the other team 3 times, that's going to be good for you too.
The offense took advantage of those takeaways with Luke Nigaman finding the end zone not once, not twice, but 3 times on the day for the hat trick.
Anybody that plays offense going to score as many touchdowns as they can, so that was awesome. Offensive line played great. That was all them. Anybody can go back there and run that football like that. I'm just in a great position and very lucky to be a part of this.
He's a dog, man. He's an incredible human being. He's an incredible football player, and that deal's not just Luke. We got some really other good tight ends in there, and the offensive line blocks really well. It's a testament to that whole unit and just the pride they take in that.
One key takeaway for the Gorillas on Saturday was their improvements in the red zone on both sides of the ball, finding pay dirt 3 times and forcing a Fort Hays turnover.
Both sides of the ball, we really challenged our guys this week. Our offensive red zone had not been good through the first 3 weeks, and our defense in the red zone had not been good. So we kind of challenged our guys with that this week, and both sides of the ball really stepped up there. So super proud of that.
In all 4 games this season, Pitt State has trailed, but never backed down, highlighted by their fourth quarter comebacks the last 2 weeks.
Our whole thing has been is passion for the finish. So we had to be passionate about finishing plays, finishing tackles, finishing catches, finishing blocks. So that's a part of our resilience. This is one of the most resilient teams I've ever seen. I'm glad to be part of this. They just drive that mentality into us that we have to be resilient no matter what comes our way. We can face any adversity, but it doesn't matter as long as we have passion for that finish. We can come back and beat any team. It doesn't matter what happens.
The Gorillas hit the road to Emporia this week with a matchup against the Hornets. Reporting for KOAM Sports, I'm Ryan Blank.
Well, every Friday night during Press Box, we ask our viewers to vote on who they think dominated on the field. Today, the vote is in. Webb City running back Mason Williams earns the nod for his performance against Ozark. Williams finished the night with over 250 running yards and 4 touchdowns. And most importantly, he helped lead the Cardinals in their 52-35 win over Ozark. You can cast your vote every weekend on our website, koamnewsnow.com/pigskin. Well, that's it for sports. We're back with more after the break.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The city of Neosho tackles flooding concerns with nearly $2 million in new state funding. Plus, a global business leader shares his success secrets at Pitt State. And we look at a new potential link between autism and pregnant women using Tylenol. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Well, there are 2 new Budweiser Clydesdales at the Warm Springs Ranch in Missouri. A colt and filly were recently born on the property. The foals are about 3 feet tall and about 150 pounds. Now, these horses can walk within hours of being born. The foals join more than 70 other Clydesdales at the breeding and training facility. Cute little horses. All right, final check of the forecast.
Yeah, next few hours are going to be fine, but thunderstorms rolling in by morning. Some of those could be strong, possibly low-grade, severe. And then we have another threat again from about 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. Tuesday evening, some very heavy amounts of rain across the region. So it gets wet.
And we'll keep our eye on that. All right, thanks, Doug. Thank you for watching. We will see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better tomorrow.